good evening. My name is George Michael Tenman. So I will be discussing tonight the introduction to Euler's circuit and formula. So the graph theory is a fundamental area of mathematics that deals with problems related to connecting dots called vertices with the lines called edges. One of the earliest and most famous problems in graph theory was posed by Leonhard Euler in the 18th century. His work laid the foundation for much of modern graph theory, introducing key concepts like Euler's circuits and Euler's formula. So, Euler's circuit. Definition. A Euler circuit, also called an Eulerian circuit, is a path in a graph that starts and ends at the same vertex and travels along every edge exactly once. So let's start at this vertex. Let's call this vertex A. Let's call this B, C, and D. So in order for this to be called Euler's circuit or Eulerian circuit, it needs to travel every edges back to its origin. So for example, let's go from A to B, B to C, C to D, and back to A. So the conditions for an Euler circuit in a undirected graph. A connected graph has an Euler circuit if and only if every vertex has the conditions in a Euler circuit in an undirected graph. A connected graph has an Euler circuit if and only if every vertex has an even degree. So for example, this has an even degree. As you can see, it has 4 edges and 4 vertices. So it can be called a Eulerian circuit. For example, consider a square with all 4 corners connected like I did right there. So let's move on to the next slide. So for the Euler's formula for planar graphs, it's let's put this here. V minus E plus F equals to that's not about this, where V, number of vertices, this one here is represented as V, where the number of edges, this what we call sides in geometry, this is represented as E, where is the edges. So for the F is the number of faces, including the outer infinite region. So the significance for this formula is essential for analyzing planar graphs, such as in map, coloring, and network design. It connects geometry and topology with graph theory. For example, I'll give you an example. So this here. So the problem, a garden designer is creating a decorative layout using paths that form a planar graph. The layout consists of 8 vertices. V is equals 8. 13 paths, which is also called. So we're looking for the face. How many faces or regions? So F is unknown. So in order for us to solve this problem, we need to plug this into the formula, which is V minus E plus F equals 2. So for V is 8 minus 13 plus F equals 2. So 8 minus 13, it's negative 5. Negative 5 plus F equals 2. So we should transpose the 5 so we can isolate the F. So the negative becomes positive. So F is equals to 7. So as you can see here in the solution, the F is equals to 7. So another example, so you really can get this inside your head. So a puzzle map is drawn on paper with 10 regions, which is faces. So let's So a puzzle map is drawn with 10 regions. So M is equal to 10. And the entire map is connected in planar. It has 7 vertices. Where borders meet and an unknown number of edges. How many edges are there? So let's plug this in again in our Eulerian's formula. So V7 V is equal to 7 minus E, which is the unknown, plus F equals 2. So 7 minus E. So as you can see, 7 plus 10, which is the F. So let's plug this in our formula. 7 is equals to F. E is the unknown, and 10 is the base, and the 2 is constant. So 7 plus 10 is 17 minus E equals 2. So let's transpose the 70 to isolate the E. So 70 minus 2 is equals 15. So E is equals to 15. Yup, E is equals to 15. So I'll give you the last example. As you can see, we're dealing with word problems here. So you need to analyze the question and actually comprehend it in order for you to create your own equation and solve it. So for this, an urban planner sketches a roadmap connecting 12 intersections, which is the vertices, with 20 rows, the edges. So as you can see, the edges and the vertices is given, so it must be that the faces is the unknown. So we can solve how many faces it has as long as we use the Eulerian's formula or the Euler's formula. So V is equals to 12 and the E equals to 20, and we're looking for we're now looking for F. So let's do it again and plug this into our formula, which is V minus F minus E plus F equals 2. So for the V, it's the 12 minus 20 plus F equals 2. So the 2 is constant, so we should never get rid of it or touch it or anything. So 12 minus 20 is negative 8. So negative 8 plus F is equals to 2. Now transpose the negative 8 to the right side so we can isolate the F. So negative 8 becomes positive 8 and added to 2. So F is equals to 10. So it has 10 faces. So for the Euler circuit, I'll give you an example without drawing any shapes or something, lines. So A is connected to B and D. So they are all connected to each other. B, A, C, and E. So this has 3. This has also 3. This is 3 also. 3, 3. So if I would ask you, can a person start at one location, walk along each path exactly once and return to the starting point? So no. The answer is no. If you remember, it is said that it can only be considered as a Euler circuit if and only if every vertex has an even degree. But here, as you can see, it has odd degrees. So no, you cannot go back to the origin or the starting point. So the next example, we can still use that. So these two, there are two connected, 3, 2, 3, 2. So it has odd and even degrees, which still can be considered as Euler circuit. So, an Euler circuit can only be considered as Euler circuit if you can utilize each degree, use it only once, and you can go back to the starting point. So this is a Euler spot, not a circuit. And for the last example of Euler spot, this A is connected to B, C, and D. So this is 4. Still 4. 4 again, and 4. So as you can see, this is even here. It's all even, so we can consider it as a Euler's circuit or Eulerian circuit. So there, it's very simple now, because as long as the degrees are even, you can consider it a Euler's circuit. But it is also tricky because if you can understand this, if we don't put this here, so because it's only even here, so we will really understand it. If we're only providing this, can you answer it by yourself? You really need to comprehend the question in order to answer it correctly. So I think that will be my discussion for today, as I've finished discussing all of this. So